Hello everyone, welcome back to News Everywhere channel where we explore the mysteries of the universe. In today's video, we will be discussing the fascinating topic of unlocking the secrets of the four spiral arms of the Milky Way and their connection to advanced civilizations in the universe. Specifically, we will be delving into the concept of black holes and their significance in both scientific and spiritual contexts. Let's start with a brief history of black holes. In 1915, Albert Einstein introduced his theory of general relativity, which described the relationship between gravity and the curvature of spacetime. Through his calculations, he deduced the existence of black holes, objects with a gravitational pull so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape from it. Fast forward to the present day, astronomers have been able to detect black holes through indirect means such as observing their effect on nearby objects or studying the X-rays emitted from the accretion disk. These observations have confirmed the existence of black holes and provided valuable insights into their properties. One of the most fascinating discoveries related to black holes is the fact that every galaxy has a supermassive black hole at its center. This includes our very own Milky Way galaxy, which is estimated to have a black hole with a mass equivalent to around 4 million suns. In Buddhism, there is a concept of Mount Sumeru, a mythical mountain that is believed to be at the center of the universe. Interestingly, this concept bears striking similarities to the scientific discovery of the black hole at the center of every galaxy. Mount Sumeru is a central symbol in Buddhist cosmology. It is believed to be a sacred mountain that represents the axis mundi, or the center of the universe. It is also said to be the home of the gods and a place of spiritual enlightenment. It's fascinating to think that ancient mythology and modern science may have some overlap. In fact, it is believed that Buddha knew thousands of years ago that the center of the Milky Way was a black hole. This knowledge was passed down through generations and incorporated into the Buddhist teachings. But the connections don't end there. In Buddhist cosmology, there are said to be 4 continents surrounding Mount Sumeru, representing the different realms of existence. Interestingly, the 4 spiral arms of the Milky Way galaxy bear a striking resemblance to the 4 continents of Buddhism. So, what does all of this mean in terms of the possibility of advanced civilizations in the Milky Way? The discovery of black holes and their significance in both science and spirituality has led to exciting speculations about the potential for life beyond our planet. However, this leads us to the Fermi paradox, which raises the question of why we haven't encountered any signs of intelligent life despite the vastness of the universe. There are many theories to explain this, including the possibility of advanced civilizations being too far away or the idea that civilizations may inevitably self-destruct. Despite the challenges, scientists and researchers are actively searching for extraterrestrial intelligence through programs such as SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. Through these efforts, we may one day make contact with intelligent beings from other parts of the Milky Way, or even other galaxies. It's a tantalizing prospect that has captivated the human imagination for generations. Imagine what we could learn from a civilization that has advanced beyond our own, with knowledge and technology that we can only dream of. Would they share their secrets with us, or would they view us as a primitive species not worthy of their time? These are the questions that drive us to continue our search, despite the long odds and the vast distances that separate us from other potential civilizations. Now, let's delve deeper into each of these points to uncover the secrets of the 4 spiral arms of the Milky Way and the advanced civilizations that may exist within them. Firstly, Einstein deduced the existence of black holes in the universe. He theorized that when massive stars exhaust their nuclear fuel, they can undergo a catastrophic collapse, resulting in a singularity, a point of infinite density, surrounded by an event horizon from which nothing can escape. This idea of a black hole has been studied and refined by physicists and astronomers ever since. So, how can we spot a black hole? Unfortunately, black holes themselves are invisible as they absorb all light that comes near them. However, we can observe their effects on surrounding matter. For example, if a black hole is surrounded by a disk of hot gas, as the gas spirals inward toward the event horizon, it heats up and emits high-energy radiation, including X-rays and gamma rays, which can be detected by space telescopes like NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory. Now, let's move on to the fact that a black hole sits at the center of every galaxy. This means that the Milky Way, our home galaxy, also has a black hole at its center. In fact, astronomers have been studying the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way, known as Sagittarius A, for decades. Interestingly, the black hole at the center of the Milky Way has a connection to Buddhism. In Buddhist cosmology, Mount Sumeru is a sacred mountain that sits at the center of the world, surrounded by 4 continents and oceans. This concept is similar to the 4 spiral arms of the Milky Way, which are thought to contain the majority of the galaxy's stars and may potentially harbor advanced civilizations. So, what is Mount Sumeru in Buddhism? According to Buddhist mythology, Mount Sumeru is the center of the universe and the home of the gods. It is said to be made of gold and to reach up to the heavens. It is also believed that the mountain is surrounded by 7 seas and 7 rings of mountains, with each ring being twice the height of the previous one. It is fascinating to think that Buddha knew thousands of years ago that the center of the Milky Way is a black hole. It is possible that ancient civilizations may have had a deeper understanding of the universe and its workings than we give them credit for. Perhaps, they even had advanced technologies that allowed them to explore the galaxy and potentially even travel between the 4 spiral arms. The 4 spiral arms of the Milky Way are thought to contain the majority of the galaxy's stars and potentially harbor advanced civilizations. The arms are named the Norma Arm, Scutum Centaurus Arm, Sagittarius Arm, and Perseus Arm. They are named after the constellations they pass through in our sky. In conclusion, the secrets of the 4 spiral arms of the Milky Way are still being unlocked by astronomers and scientists. It is exciting to think about the potential advanced civilizations that may exist within these arms, and what we may discover in the future. Who knows, perhaps we may even find evidence of intelligent life beyond our own planet. The mysteries of the universe are vast, and it is up to us to keep exploring and learning more. Now, while Einstein had deduced the existence of black holes, it wasn't until much later that astronomers were able to actually spot them. So, how do you spot a black hole? Well, one way is to look for the effect of its gravity on nearby objects. For example, if a black hole is orbiting around a star, the star will wobble slightly due to the black hole's gravitational pull. Another way is to look for X-rays emitted by gas that's being pulled into the black hole. The gas heats up as it's being pulled in, emitting X-rays that we can detect with special telescopes. But did you know that a black hole sits at the center of every galaxy? Yes, that's right. The black hole at the center of our own Milky Way galaxy is called Sagittarius A. Now, let's get into the connection between black holes and Buddhism. In Buddhism, Mount Sumeru is a sacred mountain that's believed to be at the center of the universe. It's said to be the axis around which the sun, moon, and stars revolve. Interestingly, in astrophysics, the black hole at the center of a galaxy is sometimes referred to as the Mount Sumeru of that galaxy. This is because, like Mount Sumeru in Buddhism, the black hole is at the center and everything else revolves around it. So, what exactly is Mount Sumeru in Buddhism? It's said to be a mountain made of precious stones that reaches up to the heavens. It's believed to be the home of the gods, and it's surrounded by 4 continents that are separated by 4 great oceans. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. In Buddhism, the 4 continents around Mount Sumeru are said to be inhabited by advanced civilizations. Each civilization is said to be more advanced than the previous one, with the final civilization being the most advanced. But what does all of this have to do with the 4 spiral arms of the Milky Way? Well, according to some interpretations of Buddhism, the 4 continents around Mount Sumeru actually correspond to the 4 spiral arms of the Milky Way. These interpretations suggest that the most advanced civilization in Buddhism corresponds to the part of the Milky Way that we're in. In other words, the most advanced civilization in the universe is believed to be right here in our own galaxy. So, there you have it, the secrets of the 4 spiral arms of the Milky Way and their connection to Buddhism. It's fascinating to think that ancient mythology and modern astrophysics could be so closely intertwined. Now, let's move on to what is Mount Sumeru in Buddhism? According to Buddhist cosmology, Mount Sumeru is a sacred mountain that is believed to be the center of the universe. It is said to be the home of gods and goddesses and is surrounded by 7 rings of golden mountains, 7 seas, and 7 more rings of iron mountains. This mountain is believed to be so vast that it extends both above and below the surface of the earth. Mount Sumeru is believed to be the axis mundi, or the center of the world in Buddhist mythology. It is said to be the point where heaven and earth meet, and where humans can communicate with the gods. In Buddhist art, Mount Sumeru is often depicted as a towering peak with birds and animals living on its slopes. It is also said to be the place where the four great kings of the universe reside, guarding the four cardinal directions. So, what does this have to do with the Milky Way galaxy? As we mentioned earlier, Buddha knew thousands of years ago that the center of the Milky Way is a black hole. In Buddhist mythology, the Mount Sumeru is also believed to be the center of the universe. This is a fascinating coincidence, as it suggests that ancient Buddhists may have had some understanding of the structure of our galaxy. But that's not all. In Buddhist mythology, Mount Sumeru is surrounded by four continents, each with its own distinctive characteristics. These four continents are believed to be located in the four cardinal directions, with Mount Meru at their center. Interestingly enough, the four spiral arms of the Milky Way galaxy also extend in four cardinal directions. Could there be a connection here between the four continents of Buddhism and the four spiral arms of the Milky Way? It's certainly a possibility worth exploring. In conclusion, the discovery of the four spiral arms of the Milky Way and their connection to Buddhism is a fascinating topic that has intrigued scientists and spiritual thinkers alike. While we still have much to learn about the universe and its mysteries, one thing is clear: the more we study the cosmos, the more we uncover connections and patterns that point to a deeper understanding of our place in the universe. Whether you're a scientist, a philosopher, or a spiritual seeker, there's no denying that the mysteries of the cosmos are a source of wonder and inspiration that can lead us on a journey of discovery and self-discovery. Now, according to Buddhist teachings, there are civilizations living on each of these four continents or spiral arms of the Milky Way. And interestingly, the teaching suggests that the civilizations on the other three continents are more advanced than the one we inhabit, which is the Nanfang Bujo continent. So, let's explore each of these spiral arms and their civilizations in more detail. First, we have the Dongsheng Shenzhou continent, which is located in the east of Mount Sumeru. It is said that the living beings in this continent have excellent physical bodies, hence the name Shenzhou, which means divine continent in Chinese. According to the Chang'an Sutra, the length of a human body on this continent is 8 cubits, and the life expectancy is around 250 years. Moving on, we have the Nanfang Bujo continent, which is the spiral arm where we live. It is located in the south of Mount Sumeru and is said to be rich in Jambuda trees and Jambuda gold. The people of this continent are known to be brave and meritorious and can create good karma, practice the holy life, and even have Buddhas born in their land. The average length of a human on this continent is about 3.5 cubits, and the life expectancy is around 100 years. Then, there is the Xianyu Heizhou continent, which is located in the west of Mount Sumeru. On this continent, cattle, sheep, and money treasures are used as currency for trading. The terrain of this continent is said to be like a full moon, and the human face is also said to resemble a full moon. The people on this continent are said to be exceptionally tall, with a length of about 16 cubits, and their life expectancy is around 500 years. Finally, we have the Beiju Luzhou continent, which is located in the north of Mount Sumeru. This continent is square in shape, and the land has four virtues of equality, tranquility, cleanliness, and no thorns. The faces of the people on this continent are square, and their length is about 32 cubits. The people on this continent have a life expectancy of 1,000 years and are said to live equal and happy lives without any worries. Now, while all of this might seem like mere mythology or ancient beliefs, modern science has actually made some significant discoveries about the spiral arms of the Milky Way. It has been suggested that the stars in each of these spiral arms move at different speeds, indicating that each arm may have its own distinct character, including the presence of unique chemical elements and even different types of stars. This means that it is indeed possible that each of the four spiral arms could have its own unique set of planets and potentially even advanced civilizations. While we currently have no evidence of extraterrestrial life in the Milky Way, the existence of these spiral arms and the possibility of advanced civilizations within them is a fascinating subject for scientific inquiry and speculation. In conclusion, the ancient Buddhist teachings about the four spiral arms of the Milky Way and the civilizations within them may seem like mere mythology, but modern science has revealed that there is indeed something unique about each of these arms. And while we currently have no concrete evidence of advanced extraterrestrial civilizations, the possibility of their existence within these spiral arms continues to intrigue and captivate us. So, what do you think? Could there be advanced civilizations within the four spiral arms of the Milky Way? What could they look like? How might they have evolved and developed? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue to explore the mysteries of the universe together. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment and let us know your thoughts on the topic. And if you want to learn more about the mysteries of the universe, be sure to subscribe to our channel for future videos.